Que lo que? Welcome back. Ya tú sabes, mi gente. Lo quiero mucho. Welcome to episode 59. You guys that have been here from the very beginning, thank you so much. Lo quiero mucho. I got some updates. I just came back from Los Angeles. Los Angeles was fun. Hung out with some friends. Hung out with Curly. I went to a marriage. Somebody got married. Can I say who? Well, Claudia. Claudia got married. Pero like member. So that was pretty cool. And then I went down to San Diego, went back to my cigar shop. And you guys that don't know, I have my own cigar shop that I manufacture cigars down in San Diego. It's called the Art of Cigar. And you guys go check it out. If you're in San Diego, go to the Art of Cigar, show some love, take pictures, tell me that you've been there. So especially if like that, I know, especially mention this episode that you heard this episode. And if you're in San Diego, stop by, show love. My boy Andy is running it and handling everything. And, so I have friends, bro. I have friends all over the place. And I got some crazy news with one of my friends, bro. One of my closest friends, Abe. I love him. I love this man. And let me tell you something, like him and I don't agree in politics at all, right? I'm not the type of person to let politics get in between my friendships with people, because if not, I wouldn't have any family members, bro. And I think that we live in a society that we're so quick to cut people off, and I don't think we should ever be like that. But I was hanging out with my friends, bro, and everybody showed up, and my boy was like, yo, I gotta tell you something, but you're gonna laugh. And I was like, what is it? This dude told me that he doesn't believe the world is round. Bruh. Do I have a special effect for something like that? Bruh. He's like, Gadiel, you're gonna laugh. Bro, like, this guy he's also a conservative. Like, I'm not surprised that he's a MAGA guy, but I didn't think that he was gonna go down the route. Like, he's a true conspiracy theorist, bro. Like, he don't believe vaccines. He don't believe that we went to the moon. And I'm like, but I didn't think that he would ever go to the route of becoming a flat earther, bro. He thinks the world is flat. And I get on TikTok. And on TikTok, I see a whole lot of people going like, the world is flat. The world is flat. You hear, this is what we got to, bro. Nowadays, when you go on to date somebody, I'd be like, yo, you know what? What do you believe? Do you believe the world is round? Do you believe the world is flat? Bruh, because that's crazy to me. And he was like, bro, we spent 3 hours arguing. I'm like, and the thing is, I don't know why I waste my time. I love debating. I watch debates all the time, I guess. And I wouldn't do it on camera because a lot of times I feel like the problem with debating is that people don't want to get to an absolute truth. Like, okay, this is what is right. Bro, we spent hours arguing with this guy. He was like, yo, the world is round. The world is round. There's nothing, bro. He said the world is round because when you look at the sun, and the sun, you see a flat reflection like on the water. And that linear reflection, you can only get it on a flat surface. You cannot get that on a round water, right? And he showed me of an experiment, some guy that was in his freaking basement, bro. And he sent me the video of a guy in his basement. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you right now, bro. I hope I can find it. The guy is in his basement. He froze a ball, right, of ice, and he reflected light on it. He was like, see, there's only spots. You cannot see a straight line when it comes on a sphere because it's impossible. Yo dije, no, este tipo está loco. Let me see if I can find this, as a matter of fact. Sun, I don't know how I would find this. Sunlight, flat earth. Bro, and I was like, and I was telling him, bro, like, no matter what, the way that you talk to these people, bro, they don't care. I was like, I know that no matter what evidence, I'm like, bro, you know how we found out that we have the flat earth? We found out like 250 BC, right? BC, right? We knew that the world was round, and we had the actual accurate measurements of what the earth is. The earth is 25,000 miles, right? And I was like, he was like, bro, there's nowhere in hell that you will see a spot on the on Earth. And for him, he was like, he was not budging. He was not budging, bro. And I was laughing because the thing is, it's so outrageous, bro. When you hear shit like this, like you have no other choice but to laugh. And I feel bad. I wanted a live stream. He's like, bro, I'm like, yo, we should live stream this. I want to live stream a debate with my boy Abe. No, pero él perjura. I'm like, bro. And sometimes with these people, you gotta be like, you know what? If data and science won't like change their minds, what makes you think that I'm gonna change his mind? And I don't even know why I wasted. And the funny thing is, like, you should have seen my boy Andy. He looked at him and he looked so deceived because he believes a lot of shit that Abraham says. And when Abraham said that, I was like, he just looked at him and he was like this. I can't believe you. I feel deceived. And let me tell you something. Like, I love Abe, bro. Like, Abe and I don't agree in politics and stuff. Like, he's a MAGA guy. I'm not a MAGA guy. But at the same time, that guy had my back. He's gone to many of my shows. He supports me in my business. Anytime I need him, he's there for me. Like, no matter that we differentiate. And I know that I think we are in a sensitive time in the world, but I don't think that people should, if I didn't agree with people and I cut people off just because we have different politics, I want to talk to any of my family. And I think that like people are extremely emotional when it comes to these types of situations, these types of conversations, that we're so quick to cut people off. You know what you should cut people off? You should only cut people off if they're raised your cortisol level. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. Lately, I cut off a comedian friend of mine. So I was like, this girl, every time like we're friends and stuff like that, if a female friend raises your cortisol levels, then you shouldn't be friends with them. If I'm talking to a girl, let's say I'm dating a girl and she doesn't stress me out, but my friend is stressing me out, or I'm not gonna say who it is, but like, yeah, I was like, it was a situation that happened. I was like, yo, let's talk. If you have a friend that you'd be like, yo, let's talk about something. I need to talk to you about something serious, right? And she turns around and going like, then not ask you what is it. I hope we could talk about it. And she's so quick to be like, look what you're doing to me. Look how you treating me. You're being so disrespectful. People like that, you gotta cut them off. You gotta let them go. I think what people should normalize is talk to all your friends, right? And the people that are in your life, right? If you feel like your nervous system is going up and you're like, you feel it, bro. You feel it in your body. There's family members that you have, right? That you feel it in your body and your cortisol levels go up. You're like, oh, no. Get out of the situation immediately. Get out of it. And I was like, I'm not doing this. As a matter of fact, now I feel more free. I feel better. Because I'm like that, son. I'm back in New York. I'm happy to be back in New York, So yeah, let me see if I can find this whole thing with the flat earth type thing. Wait. Suns. I don't even know how to find it. It's like sunspot. This guy is. I don't know what to do. I don't know. So what he was trying to say is, why is it on a flat surface like the water, you only see the reflection of light going and linear, but you cannot see that on a round frozen playing field. But I said, bro, for us, everything looks flat because we're so small. You know that if we were to grab Earth and bring it down as the same size of a basketball, you know what the size we will be on that basketball as human beings? You know what size? We will be the same size of hepatitis B virus, bro. We're basically living viruses on this basketball called Earth. So of course, like, do you think that a virus will look at the basketball and go like, you know what? This is flat or this is round. Like, they can't tell. Everything's gonna look flat to them. Everything. But that's the generation we live in, bro. We live in a generation that Bro, not only that, like we live in a weird place and time, bro. Because I feel like we live in a place that in a world that there's more information, but at the same time, there's so many ignorant ass people. How did we get here? Like my boy, like that dude is. I love him, but we live in the time of idiocracy because he's ignorant as shit. I love him, but and he has kids. He has two grandchildren. He's a granddad. He's passing those genes. No offense, I love him, but damn, bro. Like right now, we live in weird times, bro. Because I and also with us men, like lately we have been doing like this little parody video with my homegirl Jasmine that's been killing, and it's been like a parody on the red pill content. And look, Andrew Tate, yeah, hear about Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate was just taken in, and my mom goes to, this is heartbreaking. My mom goes to work out, right, and she's like she has her headphones in, and she goes to New York Sports Club or whatever, and she's working out, right. And she overhears these two guys talking about women. And she's like, yo no puedo creer que los hombres están tan cómodos. Like, women are so comfortable and talking bad about women. Like, I felt bad that my mom came home and she was so discouraged talking about men and how broken she was. She was like, I can't believe men were talking so ill about women. Like, she's not used to it. We also think about she comes from a different time. Back in the day, you're romantic. You treat a woman well. You treat like a woman like a rose, right? And she's not used to men out in public talking bad about women. It's like unheard of when it comes to her. I felt bad. And I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be honest. That's how it is nowadays. You know, we have situations nowadays that we have the next generation of kids just going out and just trashing women. I don't know what it is. And unfortunately, it's normalized nowadays. It's not what it used to be. Back in the day, people used to be like, don't kiss and tell. Remember that? You don't kiss and tell. You don't tell nobody. You take that shit to the grave. But nowadays, men are so quick to talk. It's so weird. There's podcasts of dudes just going out there and sitting there and talking about like their dating life and everything they've done with a woman. That's crazy to me, bro. That's not normal. It was like something that we didn't do back then. We didn't kiss and tell. Nobody knew anything. I'm old school like that. I don't like nobody knowing anything, bro. Matter of fact, when I sleep with somebody, I'm gonna have them sign an NDA. Yeah, oh yeah, muchacha, nobody could know nothing. I don't want nobody know nothing. But do you sleep with her? And we have friends. I have friends that ask me, yo, do you sleep with that girl? I don't know nothing, man. I know. Eso no se dice. You don't say anything, bro. You don't say nothing, bro. You take that shit to the grave. You sleep with somebody, you take that shit to the grave. Unless they burn you with something. Like, if they give you some type of STD, you got to tell everybody. You have to tell everybody. Because you got to save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, bro. This is a crazy world we live in today. My boy Abe was like, bro, and I was like, and I told him how we discovered how the world was round. And it was by this one science. I wonder if he was a scientist, but this guy, what he did was during the summer solstice, when it's during summer solstice in Africa, like there's a place where the sun is directly above this well, and the sun goes directly. This is the only time within the year that the sun goes directly to the bottom because it's directly above, right? So what he did is during the summer solstice the next year, he was 500 miles up north of where the well was at during the summer solstice, and he put a stick. And the stick, I think, was 15 degrees. It had like it casted a shadow of 15 degrees. And with that shadow, he was able to accurately determine the roundness, how big the Earth is, the circumference. BC, this man. And he could do this himself so he could figure it out. He could actually go down there. I told him, like, there's people that's flat earthers that went to Antarctica that saw the sun wrapping around Antarctica. They have videos of Antarctica, people there, and the sun just going around. But for him, there's nothing that you could have told him. There's nothing that you're going to tell him to change his mind. People like that. And I remember once I told him, I was like, bro, if 90% of scientists are saying something, they said 97% of scientists are saying one thing, and 3% are, and if 97% of scientists are saying that this bridge is going to collapse, do not cross it. But 3% is saying that it's safe where you cross it. He said, I'm crossing the bridge. I said, I am not ever debating you ever again. Ever, bro. But some people, you're like, let them down that mountain because you're wasting your time. I stopped debating people on everything, bro. Because you wasting your time on science. That's how come I also always notice. I don't know if you ever notice that educated people don't debate with people. You ever notice that? Educated people will be like, oh, educated people don't debate. They're like, yo, you know what? I studied this, so fine, whatever you want to believe it. But an idiot will have you debating for hours, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think I want to sleep that night, like at 3 o'clock in the morning. I know we left there at midnight, I think it was. The shop closes at 8 p.m. I think we left there at midnight. I'm like, why did I spend all these damn hours debating with Abe's ass? Because he still believes the world is flat. Bruh, it's all right. But that's my guy, though. I love that motherfucker. So, like, damn, bro. Then I think that's the route that we're going there, bro. That's the route we're going. Do you see that movie, Idiocracy? And if you guys haven't seen the movie, you better watch it. Idiocracy is about a dude that was frozen in time, right? And then I think there was a malfunction happened with this freezer that he was in because I think he had some type of disease or whatever that they couldn't figure out in the future. So there was a malfunction. So he was frozen for longer, right? And then he woke up, he was unfrozen in the future, and in the future, everybody's an idiot because the dumb people kept reproducing, the smart people stopped reproducing, right? So the dumb people reproduced so much that they didn't even know how to grow crops. And when he was unfrozen, he was like the smartest man on earth. You gotta watch this movie because it was just comedy. But the funny thing, it was a stupid freaking movie. It was not even supposed to be successful. But that movie, we're living it today. We are living this movie right now. You want to hear something crazy? In the movie, they had to get some shoes, right? And they were like, yo, what shoes that look ugly and they're going to be in the future, right? But it was, and these shoes have to be so outrageous that nobody will wear them. Guess what shoes they were? They were Crocs. Crocs. We're there, bro. We're there. I know sometimes, I know how it feels. Sometimes it feels like you just want to sit down and just be isolated because you know what? You're probably just better off not talking to anybody. Pa que te lo sepa. I gotta stop assuming that people know exactly what I know. And if they don't, who cares? Stop caring about what other people think. Stop caring because you're debating and you're wasting your time. I laugh because Ida has this joke, right? And she goes on social media, right? And she goes like, no, she has this joke that I heard a couple of times. Should I say the joke? You know, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm not gonna say it accurately. But she talks about like you are arguing with people that read at a third grade level. She said 54% of Americans are illiterate, read at a 6th grade level or whatnot. And she said, you are arguing with those people on Facebook in the comments. You are in there. I remember I spent 3 days arguing with some stranger. I remember I still don't know who that guy was. I spent 3 days arguing with a total stranger in some comment section. Never heard from the guy again. I don't even know who he is. He also wasted his time arguing with my ass. I don't even know what we were arguing about. But I remember I spent 3 days arguing with a total stranger. I'm so mad about that. I'm still mad about it today. Moral of the story. Don't argue. Don't debate with idiots. Because an idiot will never change his mind. Don't argue with a fool, because a fool will bring you down to their level and beat you with his experience. Mark Twain. I think that's how it was. Some way, somehow. I think that's how it was. Yep. Anyways. And it was crazy right now. Like, we see this. I don't know if you guys saw it last night. I think it was yesterday. We got this guy, Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. He just got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested for like what I think it was like human trafficking and stuff, like, and prostitution. That man, bro. I'm not even surprised, bro. That's crazy. That's the world we live in. Like, the funny thing, I was watching like this Jubilee video, and it was like, you have to watch it, bro. And it was like, it was 20 people versus a dating coach. And there was this one guy that came out. We need 100 more Andrew Tates. There's people listening right now, bro. There are Tate fans that believe and think the way that man thinks. And that man was arrested because what he was doing was, he was like love bombing women. He would trick them to get him into doing OnlyFans and, and pimping them. To, to get him into prostitution. And what he'll do, he'll love bomb them and whatever, and pay their flight, and they'll fly to Romania, and he'll take away their passport. So they have no way else to leave Romania but to work for him so they could leave the country. If not, they're just stranded in the country now. And this was messed up. This is messed up. This is the man that this red pill, all these guys support. This is crazy, bro. I think I want us to be better men, bro. I think we could be better people. I was watching like this video about this girl, right? And she's like a figure skater, right? And I think it was like Saya or something. And then she was the one that she did the backflip in an Olympic figure skating, and she was disqualified. And not only that, like, she was one of the best skaters in the world, and she lost, even though she had higher numbers than the other girl. Like, her score was way higher than the girls, and they gave it to a Japanese girl. She lost, and she was crying, and she didn't want to stand on the stadium, and she didn't want to take her silver medal. And it was heartbreaking. I just remember her face just crying during those times. And I read the comments. And the comments are saying like, man, I hate racism. There's so many people that are good out there, bro. And I hate racism. I hate misogyny. And I hate being all those people that are anti-women. Like, why are we so quick to put them down, bro? I think I want to make this world a better place. Don't you all? We all want to make a world a better place, man. I don't know. This shit got mad serious. When my mom came over and she was like, yo, there's these men talking about women and about, like, it was hurtful for me to hear that. And they were like, these men don't have moms and sisters and kids. And that man, Andrew Tate, has a daughter. And a lot of times these people, they talk like that. So they just want to exaggerate so they could get numbers and get known. But like, is it worth it to poison society and be one of the ones that all can make it to poison society? It's not worth it, bro. We could be good men. And if you think that you could only get a woman by treating them bad, the smart women, you're not going to get the smart women. I'm talking to a girl right now. She's very smart, bro. And guess what? Not once I had to talk down to her. Not once I had to play any games. Not once I had to make her feel bad or neg her, right? And not once, bro, I didn't have to do anything. Not once I had to love bomb. No. We genuinely got to know each other. Very beautiful girl. We talking right now. Smart woman. Right? Don't lie, like this girl, like gorgeous. Right? And guess what? She doesn't stress me out. I think that's number one. Like my cortisol levels are good. But one thing I'll tell you, like, I never once had to, like, I don't do that. I don't do this whole, like, oh, you gotta treat them bad. You gotta do this. You gotta play this game. You gotta, you gotta neg them. You don't do none of that. You just gotta be you and trust yourself, bro. Trust yourself as a man that things come natural. And, I listen to her. I think a man's job is to, I think what we need to normalize is a man's job is to make a woman's life easier, bro. We're online going like, women need to serve us. We need to do that. We need to solve problems. I remember there was a girl. She got a flat tire, bro. And she was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Got a flat tire. And I was like, I went up. I showed up. And I saw that she had a hole in her tire. I was like, oh, you got a hole in your tire. I went. I found out where they have a tire shop. Right? I hope I didn't put the donut because I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. But there was a Mexican guy walking by. Shout out to Mexico. And he changed the tire. And guess what? We went to a tire shop. I bought her a new tire. Actually, it's not new. I bought her a used tire. But guess what? I paid the guy. She ain't spent a dime. I was able to find somebody to change the tire to put on that donut. I was able to get her another tire. And guess what? She was happy. At the end of the night, I came in and solved her problems. And she felt better. And she went home and she was like, thank you so much. You know why? Because it's my job when you're stuck in a rut to go in there and make things better. I was meant like the girl I'm talking to now. She was like, yo, there was a heat wave, bro, for like a couple of days, like a major heat wave in we're here in New York City. And guess what? I was in LA. And guess what? She was like, yo, Gadiel, I'm burning up. You know what I did? She has no air conditioner in her apartment. I said, fine. I'll get you an air conditioner. I found her air conditioner and I paid some people to go install the air conditioner. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't expect you to do that. You didn't have to do that. I did that because that's what I'm supposed to, as a man, I'm supposed to do these things. I'm supposed to solve problems. I'm supposed to step in. Like, you didn't have air conditioner? Okay, but we're going to fix that. Guess what? Next day, she had an air conditioner installed in her place. And now she Gucci. She's very appreciative. I don't want anything in return from it. I don't expect anything in return. Because we're supposed to, if you're a leader, you got to be of service of your people. I think leadership is all about being of service to people around you. Not because, what can I get from you? Well, anyways, I wanted to be a comedy session, but it didn't become a comedy session. It became me brain dumping. Well, I'm gonna get going. I love you guys. Thank you for hopping in and tuning in. I know this was like a different episode. I wanted to do something alone and talk to you guys directly. A lot of things happened the past couple of weeks, but like I want to keep tuning in. And every Wednesday I'm here. Thank you for listening. I want to write in the comments. Continue the conversation. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. All right, give me five stars on the podcast. So I want to thank you guys for being and riding with me and listening to me and being part of my crew. This is my team. And I love you guys. Bueno, 3 hugs, 2 kisses, 1 love, y que la pasen bien.